Good afternoon. Welcome to Ask and Apply. This is an outreach of the Adamsville Church of Christ, and I am her local minister. My name is Billy Hayes, and we are glad to have you here with us. I know that this is a little bit early today, but remember, we have a gospel meeting going on that we would love for you to come to October the 5th through the 8th here at the Adamsville Church of Christ in Adamsville, Alabama. That's 2025. And we would love for you to be a part of that. But as our visiting preacher is here, I have some responsibilities to be with him. Also, remember, as a note of information for tomorrow, I will be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So tomorrow will not happen here at a live setting, but we'll catch back up on Wednesday. If you have a question, let me encourage you to send it to that email address that's right there behind me, and we'll get to your question. We'd love to have all of your questions. You can give that email address out to anybody in the world. They can ask any question they want to about the Bible, and we will take our opportunity to answer those questions. Let's jump into our question today. Our question today says, why, if God didn't want Adam and Eve to eat of the tree, why did he put it in the garden? Well, the reference there is to Genesis chapter number 3. Adam and Eve there are placed within the garden, and they have a choice. They are given free rein by God to eat of any tree of the garden that they want to, with the exception of one tree that is there in the middle. If God didn't want them to eat of that tree, why put it there? That's a great question. They could have been successful throughout their lives living in that garden without that choice. They could have been wonderfully successful without ever having the choice to make of whether to be faithful to God or not, because that's where it all comes down. The tree in the midst of the garden is put there so that mankind will have a choice and will choose to be faithful to God. You see, when God creates man and puts him in that environment, God could have created man any kind of way, and he could have had him live any kind of way, which means he could have chosen for Adam and Eve to be robots. That is, to not have a choice for good or bad, but only be given great choices to where they would have never been outside of the law of God, where they would have always been successful. But the question then would be, if they are only successful and only given those choices, would they really have a choice? God wants us to love him. God wants us to choose to be faithful to him. God wants us to choose what is best for us through his law and be faithful unto him and reach out to others so that they too will be faithful to him. The choice is there to make Adam and Eve decide what they really want to do. And you know what's unfortunate about that? The choice for us is still there today. That we have the choice to be obedient to God and to follow him. And I also have the choice to be obedient to me and do whatever I want to do. There's a statement I used to make to my girls as they were growing up, and they didn't understand it until they got a little age on them. And here's the statement: mankind will do exactly what he wants to do. And you say, well, is that good? Can be. Is that bad? It can be. Mankind will do exactly what he wants to do. What would you like to do today? Would you like to be faithful to God? Because you can choose that. Or would you like to be selfish and faithful to self? As you can choose that. And so today, as you make those choices, let me encourage you, choose faithfulness to God. That was a great question. I'm thankful that you have been part of this. And let me ask you and keep praying that you would continue to be part of this. And once again, I'm going to invite you, come by and see us tonight, 7 p.m. at 4207 Veterans Memorial Drive in Adamsville, Alabama. We're going to meet together, have that gospel meeting. You'll be blessed if you come.